कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति परां गतिम् यः पिबन् सततं रामचरितामृतसागरम् अदृप्तस्थं मुनिं वन्दे प्राचेतसमकल्मषम् औष्पदीकृतवाराशिं मशकीकृतराक्षसं रामायण महामाला रत्नं वन्दे नीलात्मजम् अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशं मक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं वाल्मीकिगिरिसम्भूता रामसागरगामिनी पुनादिभुवनं पुण्या रामायण महानदी वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदप्राचेतसादासीद् साक्षात् रामायणात्मना आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः मङ्गलं कौसलेन्द्राय महनीय गुणाब्धये चक्रवर्ति तनूजाय सार्वभौमाय मङ्गलम् सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। युद्ध आरंभ हो रहा है। युद्धकांड। So here we completed the canto number 2. Now, before undertaking the first step towards the conquering Ravana, now that Sri Rama decided to proceed on, having known where Sita is, no delay further is to be done. Therefore, decided to proceed with the plans. And then also, having heard from Sugriva that delay means more danger for Sita, and also the monkey army is ready for the attack. Sugriva gave assurance that there is no need to wait. And now Sri Rama decided to ask details of the place, Lanka, from Hanuman. Here in the canto number 3. Sugrivasya vacha shrutva mat paramarthavat pratijagraha kakustah hanumantam abravit tapasa sedubandena
तपसा सेतुबन्धेन
सागरोच्छोषणेन च
सागरोच्छोषणेन च
सर्वतापि समर्थोऽस्मि
सर्वथापि समर्थोऽस्मि
सागरस्य लङ्घने
सागरस्यास्य लङ्घने
कति दुर्गाणि दुर्गायाः
कति दुर्गाणि दुर्गायाः
ब्रवी
ब्रविष्व
ब्रवीष्य मे
ब्रविष्व
Yeah.
लङ्कायास्तद्ब्रवीष्व मे
ज्ञातुमिच्छामि तत्सर्वम्
ज्ञातुमिच्छामि तत्सर्वम्
दर्शनादिभवानर
दर्शनादिव वानर
बलस्य परिमाणं च
बलस्य परिमाणं च
द्वारदुर्गक्रियामपि
द्वारदुर्गक्रियामपि
गुप्तिकर्म च लङ्गायाः
गुप्तिकर्म च लङ्कायाः
लक्षसां सदनानि च
रक्षसां सदनानि च
यथा सुखं यथा वच्च
यथा सुखं यथा वच्च
गायाम् अपि दृष्टवान्
लङ्कायामसि दृष्टवान्
सर्वमाचक्ष्वतत्त्वेन
सर्वमाचक्ष्वतत्त्वेन
सर्वदा कुशलो ह्यसि.
सर्वथा कुशलो ह्यसि.
Listening to Sugriva, who had said about the procedure for moving ahead, Hanumat, Hetumat Paramarthavat, with the methodology as well as the very appropriate, purposeful words, Padijagraha Kakustah Sri Ramaha, he then addressed to Hanumantam, Ata Abravid, Sedumandena, Tapasa Sedumandena, Sharira Ucheshanena cha. Either by drying up the ocean by itself, by my tapas, and also by building the bridge. Sarvatapi samarthaha asmi. I am capable of doing these two. These are Asya Sagarasya Langani, to cross over this huge ocean. So, now tell me, how many Kati Durgani Durgayaha Langayaha Tadbravishami? What are the difficulties that are there in Lanka? I am not now going to ask you how to cross the ocean, etc. That pretty much I know. But having reached the other shore, what are the difficulties I would face there? Jnatumichchami tat sarvam. And I want me to describe those things as though I am going to be there. Darshanad iva manara. As though by looking at it, as though I am looking through your eyes, in other words. Often when a cameraman takes a video, you are looking through the eyes of the cameraman. Right? Whatever he sees, only you see. Or no, whatever he decides to show you as he's seeing, only is what you see. Sometimes he sees something, he would not show it also. So we all depend upon what the photographer, the photographer or the cameraman, not photographer, the cameraman, what he wants you to see is alone what is called information to you. Unless you go there and land yourself. But here, he says, I want to see as if you are seeing it. Or what you have seen. Balasya parimanam cha. What are the various different kinds of strongholds of Ravana? Dwara Durga Kriyamapi. And the fortress of that Ravana. The most important part is the door. The door is broken, then everything can be taken care. But that is very important for me. How to go into that doorway. And Gupta Karma cha Langayaha. and all the other things which are very secret aspects of that Lanka, and then various abodes of all the Rakshasas, Rakshasam Sadananicha, because after entering into the city, I should know where this Ravana and all the important officials, instead of going around the city and looking for her, I need to know directly into the backyard of Ravana and then take care of that. Yata sukam yatavaccha, and do it in the narrate the whole thing as quickly as easily. Lankayam api drishtavan, because you have one who have completely have seen the entire city. Sarvam achakshva, please describe me. Tattena sarvada kushalaha hi asi. You are most efficient, and therefore you please describe this to me. So and then Hanumanji is very happy, because earlier he just addressed to him, I have seen Sita, I have handed over your ring to her, and she had given this to you, and therefore it is done. He did not go into any details about how he entered into it. Very briefly only he said. And what else he did not talk about much about how he burnt everything. So that's the beauty of Hanumanji. He is so humble. Even he has achieved great things, he would not talk about it. Nobody else could have done it, but he would not speak unless asked. That shows the humility which is natural for Hanumanji as a devotee. He would very humbly say, what I did is very, it's natural to me, and then not very many things I need to talk to you unless you are very particular about knowing that. And so here, when he was asked, he had seen all details. In fact, that is the purpose of a greater purpose for him reaching there. Because as even he saw Sita and other, you could have easily come back. Okay, done. But a messenger is one, not alone he does what is instructed to him, but he does much more than that. That is the nature of a clever messenger. So he proved that here. Shrutva Ramasya Vachanam
Shrutva Ramasya Vachanam
Uman Marutatmajah
Hanuman Marutatmajah
Vakyam Vakyavidam Sreshtah
Vakyam Vakyavidam Shrestha
Ramam Punarata Bravit
Ramam Punaratha Bravit
Yadam Sarvamakyasye
Shruyatam Sarvamakhyasye
Karma Vidanatah
Durga Karma Vidhanatah
Tapuri Yatha Lanka
Gupta Puri Yatha Lanka
Shita na Yatha Yatha Balaihi Rakshita cha Yatha Balaihi
Rakshita cha Yatha Balaihi
Rakshasascha Yatha Snigdha
Rakshasascha Yatha Snigdha
Ravanasya cha Tejasa
Ravanasya cha Tejasa
Param Samriddhim Lankayaha
Param Samruddhim Lankayaha
Agarasya cha Bhimatam
Sagarasya cha Bhimatam
Bhagam cha Jalogasya Balogasya
Vibhagam cha Balaughasya
Desam Vahanasya cha
Nirdesham Vahanasya cha
Evamuktva Kapisreshtah
Evamuktva Kapi Shrestha
Tayamasa Tattvavit
Kathayamasa Tatvatah.
Tattvavit. No? Tattvata.
It says Tatvatah here, Swatch.
Ramasya Vajanam Shrutva Hanuman Marudatmajah. Vakyam Vakyavidam Sreshtah. He the one who is expert in speech. He spoke to Ramam Punarata Abravit. Shruyatam, please listen. Sarvam Akyasye, I will speak to you about, describe to you. Durga Karma Vidanataha. This difficult task accordingly. Vidanataha means in according to, accordingly as you should understand one by one. This is also another important trait of a true reporter. Not episodically here, there, patch. Systematically has to explain so that the listener should be able to comprehend it correctly. And here, it's like, when you are writing a book, you should put an index, right? After writing, you put an index saying that, okay, chapter 1 is this, chapter 2 is this. Systematically, you progress in the communication of that knowledge. In the same way, while speaking also, some people are, when they speak, you will not be able to catch what they are up to. Tell me what you are up to. Just go one by one. What? Wait. Go slow and then say one by one. So here, Vidhanata, I should tell you in according to the way you should understand, so that you will be able to mentally travel with me. Even though I have seen as a whole, he had not seen that systematically. He went all over the place and noticing all things, points of importance. Where is the stronghold? Where are the soldiers? How much of army he has? How many horses? How many chariots? All these things he noted in his mind. And which are all the forts? What are the doors? How many doors? How many people are there in each place? All that. He mentally noted all this. He did not have iPad to take pictures and note down that. Everything here. Once I was traveling with Guruji, Swami Tejamanji, and then Swamiji was asking about the program that is coming up. I went to the airport to pick him up in Bombay, and then we were coming back to the ashram. So he said, okay, for the Shivaratri, what are the things to be done there? What are the things to be done here? He was asking. So the person, our Sandipani manager here, Swamiji, how are you keeping everything? Do you use any laptop? He said, no lap, only top. I don't need a laptop for that. I know. I can think of about it correctly in this mind. So here, Guptapuri Lanka. This Lankapuri is very secretive. And Rakshita Balaihi, Yata Balaihi Rakshita, as it is being protected by the Rakshasas. How is it very secretive, or how it is well guarded? Gupta here means very well guarded, and therefore it is appearing to be secret, because if it is very well guarded, obviously it cannot be known easily. So, and how well it is protected. Yata Rakshasascha Snigdaha, and how all the Rakshasas are so connected with Ravana. It's very important that the army generals, everybody, they are all so dedicated to the chief. They will do anything for his sake. That kind of a devotion towards Ravana should be there. And Ravana also, Ravanasya Tejasa Param Samriddhim Lankayaha. Because of Ravana and his tapas, there is greater prosperity is there in that Lanka. Sagarasya cha bhimatam, and also the ocean surrounding it is so vast and wild, deep. Balogasya cha vibhagam, nirdesham vahanasya cha. And I will also describe to you the divisions of the army. Balogasya vibhagam, and also the vahanas, various vehicles. Vehicles include horses, which also is also vehicle only. Chariots are also vehicle only. Elephants are also vehicle. These are all considered as the part of the army. Now we have Air Force, Navy, you know. Now another one has come, drone. It was not there before. And those who are operating drone are known as dronacharyas. So they are also equally to be efficient. AI is also used in those things because they need to know how to go in and then come out without getting attacked. Eva muktva kabhishreshta katayamasa tattvavit. Thus, therefore, Hanumanji has decided to explain all these things in detail. First of all, how is Lanka, as I noticed? Rishta pramudita Lanka.
Sorry, Swamiji. Hrishtapramudita Lanka
Matta dvipa samakula.
Mattadvipasamakula
Rata sampurna.
Mahati Ratha Sampurna
Shogana nishevita.
Rakshogana Nishevita
Dridabadda Dridabadda kapatani.
Dridhabadha Kapatani
Paridavanti cha. Parigavanti cha. Parigavanti cha.
Mahaparighavanti cha
Tvari vipulanyasya.
Chatvari Vipulanyasya
Parani samahanti cha. Sumahanti cha. Right now.
Dwarani Sumahanti cha
Tatreshu Tatreshu palayantrani.
Tatreshu Palayantrani
Balavanti mahanti cha.
Balavanti Mahanti cha
Agadam pratisainyam taihi.
Agatam Pratisainyam Taihi
Tatra prati nivaryate.
Tatra Pratinivaryate
Dvareshu samskrita bhimaha.
Dvareshu Samskrita Bhimaha
Kalaya samaya shitaha.
Kalaya Samaya Shitaha
Tadasho rachita viraihi.
Shatasho Rachita Viraihi
Shadagno, that is the name, yeah. Shadagno rakshasam ganaihi.
Shatadnyo Rakshasam Ganaihi
Sauvarnastu mahanstasyaha.
Sauvarnastu Mahanstasyaha
Prakaro dushpradarshanaha.
Prakaro Dushpradharshanaha
Manividruma vaidurya.
Manividruma Vaidurya
Mukta virachitantaraha.
Mukta Virachitantaraha
Sarvadascha mahabhimaha.
Sarvatascha Mahabhimaha
Kitatoya mahashubhaha.
Shitatoya Mahashubhaha
Agadha grahavatsya.
Agadha Grahavatyascha
Parika meenasevitaha.
Parikhamina Sevitaha.
So, first of all, in general, people are very, very happy in Lanka. Lanka, Hrishta Pramudita. Entire Lanka is a very, very happening place. Because when there is a prosperity, there is always great amount of joy and people have good social security. The security first of all, and then they are social also. That is very important than social security. Not that they have social security account. They are very social and very, very secure under the command of Ravana. And Matta Dvipa Samakula. Lanka is filled with all the mad elephants also, meaning they are in rut. So such a lot of elephants are also there because that can be dangerous as well, because they can, when they are in the army, they are really very, very powerful. Mahati Ratha Sampurna, and many, many chariots are there, and a lot of mansions being occupied by the Rakshasas, Rakshogana Snishevita Lanka. And Dridabadda Kapatani. First of all, we must understand that the doorways of Lanka is extremely well protected. And Parighavanticha. Parigha means the iron bars, and they are all very well locked up with huge iron bars. Meaning, in the earlier times, the door, when I was growing up in Kerala, I remember they didn't have lock at all from inside. They used to have, I'm sure in many of other villages also, door, wooden door, and thickness of the wood is almost 6 to 8 inches thick. Well, that is huge. And then when they close, and then they put a rod like this, like what you have in our security nowadays, inside the bar. There it is crossbar. You cannot just open it. It's impossible because it's an iron rod they put there. So it is impossible to break it. It's very tightly held. So they did not have iron wood there. It's only wood, and that is also extremely thick and solid. And my great-grandfather, he actually came from Malaysia. They were living for a long time, and the Malaya wood at that time, they are considered as very, very strong. So our house is known as Burma, not Malaysia, Burma, right? So he was living for a long time, and then he moved to India. So our house at the village had the wood from, all the teak wood from there. Probably it was brought into Kerala. In the ship, they were all moved from, the whole clan came in a ship from Burma. So our house is known as Burma house. For a long time, I did not know what does it mean. Later on only I came to know, because in that village, a few of them came from a ship coming from Burma, and then they brought the wood also for construction. So with that only they construct. So their houses are unique, with the construction as well as because it looked like a Burmese house. So that is why I said that. So the iron bars that they put are extremely strong. So here, but probably that is why I have the Asian connection. I don't know why. The food that I like. Chatvari Vipulani Yasyaha Dwarani. These 4 are the extensive doorways. Sumahanticha, they are large indeed. The 4 important doorways that are there in Lanka, they are extensive and huge in size. Tatra ishu upala yantrani balavanti mahanticha. And these doorways are equipped with machines that can throw or shoot arrows and stones. So they had that equipment at that time. Yantra, not just a quiver and bows. At one shot, they can put some 100 arrows in outward. And instead of course, they didn't have bombs. Instead of that, they have stones. The stones that you might have seen some of the movies. Might have shown. They put the stone and then zing, zing. They keep throwing stones, and not small stones. It's huge rocks. So, Ishu upala yantrani balavanti mahanticha. They are strong, attached to that door. So what is that? Pradisainyam agatam when any army or any attackers come in, taihi rakshasaihi tatra parinivaryate. They are being completely warded off at that place itself by those antras. Taihi, by those antras. Dwaresha samskrutaha bhimaha kala ayasa sama alaya kala ayasa mayaha shitaha. And they are also the very strong bhimaha, made of iron, dark black iron, so very well shaped. And then these very well shaped things are particularly known as Shatagnya. They are all the clubs which are Shatagnya. Shatagnya means it can kill 100 people at a time. Shatam Gnanti iti Shatagnya. So they are Shitaha, sharp, Bhimaha, Samskritaha, well made, Dwareshu, on those doors, Shatashaha Rachitaha, Viraihi. Hundreds of them are there. Shatagnya, Rakshasam Ganaihi, Viraihi, Rachitaha. They are being designed and placed. And Tasyaha Prakaraha Sauvarnaha. The Prakara, the very wall that is protecting the entire city at the four gates are made of gold. Nowadays we talk about richness and prosperity. Build a wall. In those times they build a wall with gold. And imagine the strength that it will have. Now we are thinking about wood or some other material, gold. Sauvarnastubhan tasya prakara. Dushprakarshanaha, impossible to penetrate. And they don't do it very just like a plain factory made things. No. They had money, vidruma, vaidurya, mukta, virachita antaraha. They are all well decorated with gold. What all the things that they have there? Money, all the precious jewels, vidruma, gold, vaidurya, the cat's eye, and mukta, the pearls, virachita antaraha. The caps are all filled with such kind of beautiful things. And sarvadascha mahabhimaha parikaha. Parika means the drenches that are there around the entire city. Mahabhima shitatoya mahashubha, with cold water. Shitatoya mahashubha, agada, deep. Grahavatsya. Grahavatsya means filled with all the crocodiles. And meena sevitaha, and also fishes, not small ones. So you put your feet there or fall into it, you are finished. You cannot survive there. So the entire city around which we have the golden wall, 4 unformidable doorways, equipped with all very powerful weaponry, and many mansions of the Rakshasas, and also a drench that is surrounding the entire city, filled with crocodiles and large fishes. Dwareshu tasam chattvarah.
द्वारेषु तासां चत्वारः
Sankrama paramayataha.
सङ्क्रमा परमायताः
Yantrirupeta bahubihi.
यन्त्रैरुपेता बहुभिः
Mahadbirgraha panktibihi.
महद्भिर्ग्रहपङ्क्तिभिः
Ayante sankramaस्तत्र.
त्रायन्ते सङ्क्रमास्तत्र
परसैन्यगते सति
परसैन्यागते सति
यन्त्रैस्तैरवकीर्यन्ते
यन्त्रैस्तैरवकीर्यन्ते
परिकासु समन्ततः
परिखासु समन्ततः
एकस्त्वकम्प्यो बलवान्
एकस्त्वकम्प्यो बलवान्
संक्रमस्सु महारो दृढः
सङ्क्रमस्सु महादृढः
काञ्चनैर्बहुभिः स्तम्भैः
काञ्चनैर्बहुभिः स्तम्भैः
वेदिकाभिश्च शोभितः
वेदिकाभिश्च शोभितः
स्वयं प्रकृतिमापन्नः
स्वयं प्रकृतिमापन्नः
युत्सु रावणः
युयुत्सु राम रावणः
प्रमत्ताश्च
उत्थितश्चाप्रमत्तश्च
बलानाम् अनुदर्शने
बलानामनुदर्शने
लङ्का पुनर्निरालम्भा
लङ्का पुनर्निरालम्बा
देवदुर्गा भयावहा
देवदुर्गा भयावहा
आदेयं पार्वतं वान्यम्
नादेयं पार्वतं वान्यं
कृत्रिमं च चतुर्विधम्
कृत्रिमं च चतुर्विधम्
पितापारे समुद्रस्य
स्थितापारे समुद्रस्य
दूरपारस्य राघव
दूरपारस्य राघव
पतश्चापि नास्त्यत्र
नौपथश्चापि नास्त्यत्र
निरुद्देशश्च सर्वतः
निरुद्धेशश्च सर्वतः
शीलाग्रे रचिता दुर्गा
शैलाग्रे रचिता दुर्गा
सा पूर्देवपुरोपमा
सा पूर्देवपुरोपमा
वाचिवारणसम्पूर्णा
वाजिवारणसम्पूर्णा
लङ्का परमदुर्जया
लङ्का परमदुर्जया
परिकाश्च शतज्ञश्च
परिखाश्च शतघ्न्यश्च
यन्त्राणि विविधानि च
यन्त्राणि विविधानि च
शोभयन्ति पुरीं लङ्काम्
शोभयन्ति पुरीं लङ्काम्
रावणस्य दुरात्मनः
रावणस्य दुरात्मनः
तासां द्वारेषु of that very dwara which are there chatvaraha sankramaha. So if the entire place is covered with, the city is covered on the outside with the drenches, then how anybody would be able to go in? So there are bridges, sankramaha bridges, 4 of them, parama ayataya, extensive huge bridges that are there to go into the very into the city, crossing over the drenches. But at the same time, that is also equipped with yantreihi upetaha. There also, not only the fort is filled with all various equipments, throwing these arrows and rocks. Even this, bahubihi, mahatbihi, griha panktibihi, even that bridges are also extensively covered with the rows and rows of it's not a one single narrow bridge. Bridge is also having enough of buildings in that. So there are mansions. Sankramaha tatra trayante parasainyagate sati. If in case anybody would like to come anywhere near the bridge, parasainyai agate sati, in case the parasainya, because enemy sainya when it comes, yantraihi taihi avakiryante, then these yantras will at once are capable of throwing stones and other things in such a way, they throw the entire army into the drench. Parikasu samantataha avakiryante. Nobody can come anywhere near that. It immediately will pack up those Sainya and put them into the trench. Once it is in the trench, then they will say, we have nothing to do. No, the crocodiles will take care of them. Afterwards, they cannot survive there. So, Ekaha, among that very many places, very many Sankramaha that we have, Ekaha Sankramaha, Akampyah, it is unshakable, Balavan, strong, Sumahar Dradaha, extremely powerfully built, and Kanchanehi Bahubihi Stambaihi, and it has golden pillars. Vedika and pedestals Shobitaha, it's so well decorated. So this probably would take directly to Ravana's palace maybe. And Ravana there, Swayam Prakriti Mapannaha, by his own being, by his own natural disposition, Yuyutsu, Yodhmichu, the one who is so desirous to fight. Hey Rama, Ravanaha, he Uttitascha Apramattascha. He is always upbeat and unerring, very efficient, extremely alert. Apramatta. Pramatta means one who is subject to committing mistakes and all. No, he is very alert military personality there. Balanam Anudarshane, in inspecting his own army. He is very adept, powerful, alert in inspecting his own army. Personally, he will go there. And so, Lanka Punaha Niralambha. Indeed, it is impenetrable is Lanka. Deva Durga Bhayavaha. Devaihi Api Durga. Meaning that is the Deva Durga. Meaning it is even by the Devatas, it is Dukkena Gamyate. It is obviously very, very hard even to reach. Available for even the Devatas. Deva Durga Bhayavaha, which is causing fear, because it has four sides, and it also, apart from the fort, etc., fort is there are other things that are also protecting Lanka. Nadeyam, rivers, Parvatam, mountains, Vanyam, forests, Krutrimam, forts, Chadurvidam. These four are also protecting it. And he says, Samudrasya pare sthita. It is at one part of the Samudra, it is staying there. The land is one thing. The land of Lanka is one thing. But the fort of Lanka is little interior. So, pare sthita. Duraparasya Raghava. So, directly you cannot reach through the waters. That is why he says, Naupadaschapi na asti atra niruddeshascha sarvata. So it is not possible for anyone to reach directly by the navigation into that, because it is a deep interior, and that's why it is surrounded by, it is on the top of a Trikuta. So it is not easy for you to directly reach it by the waterways. Shailagre Rachita Durga. Shaila Agre Rachita. It is top of the mountain is where it is placed. Sa Purdeva Pura Upama. Purdeva means it is Indra, like the Puri is like that of the Indra Loka. Devapura Upama. The Sapuri, the Pur is written as Pur, Sapura means is Lanka. Pur and Puri to be understood as city only. Kanpur, what is Pur? There, Puri. Lakshmana Puri only become Kanpur. They have the Britishers, or maybe the Islamic rulers have changed. So Pur also is Puri only. Vaji Varana Sampurna, and also filled with lot of horses. Vaji Varana, the elephants. Lanka Paramadurjaya, hard to conquer is Lanka. Parikascha Shatagnyascha Yantrani Vividani, all these things is explained already with the trenches, with the huge clubs and various equipments to throw arrows and rocks. Many of them, Vividani cha. Shobhayanti Purim Lanka, Puri Lankam. This Puri, Lanka Puri, they are all able to make it most powerful. Ravanasya Duratmanaha, this is the abode of Ravana. Now the numbers, how many soldiers are there in each place? So that is very interesting. Ayutam Rakshasamastra
Ayutam Rakshasamatra
Purvadvaram Samashritam
Purvadvaram Samashritam
Shulahasta Duradarshaha
Shulahasta Duradharshaha
Sarve Katkagrayodinaha
Sarve Khadgagrayodhinaha
Yutam Rakshasamatra
Niyutam Rakshasamatra
Dakshinadvaramashritam
Dakshinadvaramashritam
Chaturangena Sainyena
Chaturangena Sainyena
Yodasatrapyanuttamaha
Yodhastatrapyanuttamaha
Yutam Rakshasamatra
Prayutam Rakshasamatra
Paschimadvaramashritam
Paschimmadvaramashritam
Karmakadgadara Sarve
Charma Khadgadhara Sarve
Tata Sarvastra Kovitaha
Tatha Sarvastra Kovidaha
Nyarbhutam Rakshasamatra
Nirbudam Rakshasamatra
Uttaradvaramashritam
Uttaradvaramashritam
Radinaschashva Vahascha
Rathinashchashva Vahascha
Kulaputra Supujitaha
Kulaputra Supujitaha
Tadashota Sahasrani
Shatashotha Sahasrani
Madhyamam Skandamashritaha
Madhyamam Skandhamashritaha
Yatudana Duradarshaha
Yatudhana Duradharshaha
Sagrakotischa Rakshasam.
Sagrakotischa Rakshasam.
The numbers are mind-boggling. First one, on the eastern side of the Lanka, eastern gate, Purvadwaram, Samashritam, very well protected by Ayutam Rakshasam Atra, 10,000 army people. 10,000 only, yeah. It goes in multiplication of more and more. So eastern gate, if you take Lanka from Bharat, the gate that you will face will be northern part of Lanka, right? So the east part of it is not that dangerous. It is vast ocean, the other side. North, if you look at it, then the eastern side. So if I am looking from Lanka, Bharat is there, that is the north gate. This is the east gate. East gate is vast ocean that side. So east gate is 10,000 people. Shulahastaha with the darts there. Duradarshaha, hard to conquer, and Sarve Kadga Agra Yodinaha. They are right at the front of the gate. They are having in their hand swords to wait on, keeping the swords, and they are ready to fight there. Then we have 1,00,000 people, 100,000. Niyutam Rakshasa Dakshinadwar, southern gate, the other side. Southern gate is occupied by 100,000, 1,00,000. Chaturangena Sainyena, with all the four of the divisions of the army. Yodaha Tatra Api Anuttamaha Yodaha. They are incomparable. 4 divisions of the military, or we say chess. You know what is chess? CHESS. I told you that before also. Chess word came from the 4 divisions: chariots, horses, elephants, soldiers. And they are also sovereigns. So that's why in a chess game you will see horses there, elephants there, horses there, elephants there, chariots there. Chariots are the bishops there. And then soldiers, foot soldiers, pawns. Then you have sovereigns, that king and queen and mantri, everything like that. So chess is a game which shows the 4 divisions plus the king and queen. Chaduranga. That's why they play Chaduranga in India. The kings are very interested to play Chaduranga because a lot of strategies are involved. Indians, Chaduranga, India only first started with Chaduranga. Game as a game. They are the first game makers. These people nowadays very guinea games. First game was created by Indians only long back. And then that is the reason why even today they are the top winners. They beat everybody because the thinking is a lot of strategy involved. Recently, one boy from Chennai had got the master in that. So, on the Paschima Dwar, Western Gate, you have 1 million soldiers. Nowadays, it looks like very big, but it is not. If you look at the amount of money spent in equipments, so during those times they had more human soldiers. Now we have tanks and flights and navigate. I mean, it's called submarines, and these are all. If you look at that, they are equal to thousands and thousands, hundreds and thousands of soldiers. So actually, today also, the amount of money that is spent by any country, any developing country, including developed or developing country, is almost 18 to 20% of the GDP is used only for that. Recent budget in India also, you will see that 18% of the budget is on security. So number, you may look at human numbers here, but if you calculate in terms of cost, that's what we are spending even today. 1 million army soldiers, Rakshasam Atra Paschima Dwaram Ashritam, Western Gate. And then they are Charma Kadgadaraha. They are all wielders of swords, Kadga and Charma. Charma is the shields. Sarve Tata Sarva Astra Kovidaha. They are the best among those who know how to use the missiles. Nirbudam Rakshasamaത്ര, 100 million. Lanka had that much of population. So 100 million, they are atra Uttara Dwaram. That is where the maximum, because Bharat is always a possible potential enemy standing next to it. So therefore, northern part where we will be entering through is where the maximum number of people. Uttaradwaramashritam. Ratinaha cha ashva vahascha. So they have chariots and horses and elephants there. Kulaputraha supujita. The best of the Prince Royal Court, royal soldiers are there. So directly probably the descendants of mantris, all of them who are the high-ranking officials are all on the northern gate. Shatashoda Sahasrani Madhyamam Skandamashtritaha. Further, you have the central command where Ravana is. That is also very well protected by hundreds and thousands of them. Yatudanaha, demons. They are not normal ones. Demons are there. Duradarshaha, Shatakotischa Rakshasa. Hundreds and crores of Rakshasas who are there to protect the central military unit. They're called Pentagon. They just said that a recent report says the Pentagon is considered the largest military installations in the world, one of the largest. Now, China has started to work on the size of China's military command is going to be at least 10 to 20 times bigger than Pentagon. In terms of it look massive with underground facility even that can withstand the nuclear attack. They have taken a whole city, a huge city they have taken, and they have entirely converted them to a military command, and they are really a threatening power there. So it's question of how much you can spend in money in terms of because they have enough of human population. There's no issue about that, but then how much they are able to spend on military to protect themselves. Te maya sang. Now interesting thing is, now Hanuman having explained the whole thing, now what did I do in this whole situation? What is my contribution into this? He says, most of it was destroyed. I have completed almost half of the task. Te maya sankrama bhagnaha
ते मया सङ्क्रमा भग्नाः
parikaschavapuritaha
परिखाश्चावपूरिताः
takta cha nagari lanka
दग्धा च नगरी लङ्का
prakaraschavasaditaha
प्राकाराश्चावसादिताः
paleka desha kashabitaha
बलैकदेशक्षपितः
rakshasanam mahatmanam
राक्षसानां महात्मनां
kena kena tu margena
येन केन तु मार्गेण
tarama varunalayam
तरामवरुणालयम्
ateti nagari lanka
हतेति नगरी लङ्का
vanareir upadharyatam.
वानरैरुपधार्यताम्.
This whole thing has been bhagnaha, are destroyed. Maya. Te sangramaha. All the bridges connecting to Lanka, that which goes across the trenches are destroyed. Te sangramaha. And I have destroyed in such a way that they are all filling up the entire trench. They are piled up. All the bridges have been piling up, broken bridges has been piled up into that trenches, so they are not anymore of a trouble to us. Dagdaha janahiri Lanka. I burnt Lanka. Most of it is burnt now. And prakarascha avasaditaha. And most of the palaces are destroyed. Bale ekadashaha kshapitaha rakshasanam mahatmanaha. And I have also destroyed a part of the army of Ravana also. Rakshasanam mahatmanam bala ekadashaha kshapitaha. Then, now therefore, ena kena tu margena, whatever be the means by which tarama varunalayam, let us cross over the ocean. And once we cross over the ocean, I think we have won. So, Nagari Lanka Hata. Now that Lanka has been conquered, Vanarehi Upadharyatam. Let us consider by the Vanaras, the Lanka has been totally conquered the moment we cross over the ocean. Because the rest of it is only meeting some of the soldiers there, including Ravana. As far as the other military part of it, which are very threatening to anybody, has been already taken care. That is why Hanumanji, when you invoke, most of the problem will be solved. He will take care of most of it. But of course, you have to do certain part of it. And that is the account Hanumanji has given to Sri Rama. So now he will say that let's now start doing this strategic building, how to do the building of the bridge across the huge ocean.
Aganita guna gana bhushana Rama, Asrita vatsala jaya jaya Rama, Ayodhyavati Sita
Rama,
Rama, jaya jaya Rama, Dasaratanandana Sri Rama, Dasamukhamandana jaya jaya Rama, Kausalya
Vardhana Rama,
Kamita Palada Jaya Jaya Rama, Papa Vimochana Sri Rama, Pattabhira Jaya Jaya Rama,
Janaki
Jaya Sita
Rama,
Jaya Raghu Rama, Jaya Siya Rama, Vanara Sevita Sri Rama, Varidi Vandana Jaya Jaya Rama, Tita Sita
Rama,
Sri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama, Raghupati Raghava Raja
Rama,
Patita
Pavana
Sita
Rama,
Rama, Sri
Ram Jaya
Ram Jaya Jaya
Rama,
Rama,
Sri Ram
Sri Ram Jaya Ram
Rama,
Jaya Jaya Rama.
Sya
सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय.
Thank you.